Understanding the formation of Hurricane Milton. Hurricane Milton, like other hurricanes, is a complex natural phenomenon that forms under specific atmospheric conditions. This article explores how Hurricane Milton was created, detailing the essential processes and environmental factors involved in its development. 1. The basics of hurricane formation. Hurricanes are tropical cyclones characterized by strong winds, heavy rainfall, and a well-defined center known as the eye. Their formation requires several key ingredients. Warm ocean water. Sea surface temperatures need to be at least 26.5 degrees Celsius, about 80 degrees Fahrenheit, to provide the necessary heat and moisture. Atmospheric instability. A warm, moist air mass must be present near the surface, allowing for rising air and the development of thunderstorms. Low wind shear. Minimal variation in wind speed and direction with altitude helps storms to organize and strengthen. 2. The initial stages of Hurricane Milton. Tropical disturbance. The formation of Hurricane Milton likely began with a tropical disturbance, characterized by organized convection and low-level circulation. This disturbance may have originated from weather fronts. Interaction between cold and warm fronts can create favorable conditions for storm development. Tropical waves. These are areas of low pressure that move through the tropics and can lead to cyclonic activity. Tropical depression. As the disturbance intensified, it transformed into a tropical depression. At this stage, sustained winds reached between 23 to 39 Mach 20 to 34 knots. The warm ocean waters fueled further development, leading to increased convection. Rising warm air creates low pressure at the surface, drawing in more moist air and intensifying the storm. Organized structure. The system begins to show a clearer circular pattern, with thunderstorms forming around a central area. 3. Hurricane formation transition to tropical storm. As the system gained strength, it transitioned into a tropical storm when winds reached at least 39 mph. This stage is crucial for the future development into a hurricane. Key processes include convection, intensification. Stronger updrafts lead to more organized thunderstorm activity. Formation of a defined center. The central pressure continues to drop, creating a well-defined circulation. Development into a hurricane. Hurricane Milton officially formed when sustained winds exceeded 74 mph 64 knots, marking the transition from a tropical storm to a hurricane. At this point, eye formation. A distinct eye can form at the center, surrounded by a ring of towering thunderstorms, the eye wall, that produce the strongest winds and heaviest rainfall. Feeding mechanism. The warm ocean water continues to provide heat, allowing for sustained development and strengthening of the hurricane. 4. Environmental factors influencing Hurricane Milton ocean conditions. The Gulf of Mexico or the Atlantic Ocean, where Hurricane Milton likely formed, often has warm waters conducive to hurricane development. Ocean currents and sea surface temperatures play a critical role in providing the necessary heat. Atmospheric conditions, upper-level support. Favorable upper-level winds can help ventilate the storm, allowing it to grow stronger. Humidity levels. High humidity in the atmosphere supports thunderstorm development and intensification. 5. The life cycle of Hurricane Milton. Once fully developed, Hurricane Milton followed a typical life cycle, including intensification. The hurricane may have reached its peak intensity before starting to weaken due to land interaction, cooler waters, or increased wind shear. Dissipation. Eventually, the hurricane weakened and dissipated, often transitioning into a tropical depression or post-tropical system. Conclusion: Hurricane Milton's formation involved a series of complex meteorological processes influenced by warm ocean waters, atmospheric instability, and favorable environmental conditions. Understanding how hurricanes form can help communities prepare for and respond to these powerful storms. As climate patterns shift and ocean temperatures rise, studying these phenomena becomes increasingly vital in mitigating their impacts on society. Hurricane Milton Evacuation Guide. As Hurricane Milton approaches, it's essential to have a clear evacuation plan in place to ensure your safety and the safety of your loved ones. Here's a comprehensive guide to help you navigate the evacuation process effectively. 1. Stay informed, monitor updates. Follow local news outlets and the National Hurricane Center, NHC, for real-time updates on Hurricane Milton's path and intensity. Listen to alerts. Sign up for emergency alerts via your local weather service or use weather apps to receive notifications. 2. Develop an evacuation plan. Identify safe locations. Research designated evacuation shelters in your area, including schools or community centers that are equipped to handle evacuees. Know your routes. Familiarize yourself with evacuation routes. Local authorities often provide maps highlighting the safest paths out of your area. 3. Prepare your vehicle fuel up. Fill your gas tank well in advance, as stations may run out of fuel during evacuations. Emergency kit. Keep a car emergency kit that includes water, snacks, first aid supplies, blankets, and a flashlight. 4. Assemble a go bag pack, a go bag, for each family member containing clothing and personal items, a few days' worth of clothes, toiletries, and any necessary medications. Important documents, copies of identification, insurance policies, and medical records. Cash, in case ATMs are down or businesses don't accept cards. 5. Communicate with family and friends. Establish a check-in system. Decide on a method to stay in touch with family members, especially if you're separated. Emergency contacts. Share your evacuation plans with family and friends so they know where to reach you. 6. Secure your home before leaving. Take steps to minimize damage. Turn off utilities. If time permits, turn off gas, water, and electricity to prevent potential hazards. Remove outdoor items. Bring in furniture, decorations, and tools that could become projectiles in high winds. 7. Evacuate early. Don't wait. If evacuation orders are issued, leave as soon as it is safe to do so. Delaying can lead to traffic congestion and dangerous conditions. Follow local authorities' instructions, abide by evacuation orders, and stay tuned for updates regarding re-entry. 8. After the evacuation, stay updated. Keep monitoring the news for information on when it is safe to return home. Check for hazards. Once allowed to return, assess your home for any damages safely. Be cautious of hazards like downed power lines or flooding. Conclusion: evacuating during a hurricane is a critical step in ensuring your safety. By staying informed, planning ahead, and acting promptly, you can navigate Hurricane Milton's challenges effectively. Remember, your safety is the priority. Don't take unnecessary risks. Stay safe and take care of each other. Preparing for a hurricane. A comprehensive guide. Hurricanes can be powerful and destructive forces of nature, capable of causing widespread damage and disruption. Preparing for a hurricane is essential to ensure your safety and minimize potential losses. Here's a comprehensive guide on how to prepare effectively. 1. Stay informed, monitor weather reports, use reliable sources. Keep an eye on local weather forecasts and alerts from the National Hurricane Center, NHC. Follow updates. Subscribe to local news channels or weather apps for real-time updates. Understand hurricane categories. Familiarize yourself with the Saffir-Simpson Hurricane Wind Scale, which categorizes hurricanes from 1, minimal damage, to 5, catastrophic damage. This will help you assess the potential impact of a storm. 2. Create a family emergency plan. Establish communication. Designate a meeting point. Choose a safe location where family members can gather if separated. Emergency contacts. Compile a list of important contacts, including friends, family, and local emergency services. Plan for evacuation. Know your routes. Identify evacuation routes in your area and have a plan for transportation. Identify shelters. Research local shelters and their regulations ahead of time. 3. Assemble an emergency kit. Essential supplies. Prepare a disaster supply kit that includes water, at least 1 gallon per person per day for at least 3 days. Non-perishable food, enough for at least 3 days. First aid kit. Include medications and necessary medical supplies. Flashlights and batteries. Ensure you have reliable light sources. Portable phone charger. Keep your devices charged for communication. Additional items. Consider adding multi-tool or Swiss Army knife whistle to signal for help. Duct tape and plastic sheeting. Useful for temporary repairs. Local maps in case of power outages. 4. Secure your home. Fortify windows and doors. Board up windows. Use plywood or hurricane shutters to protect against flying debris. Secure doors. Reinforce doors with deadbolts and consider installing hurricane straps. Prepare your property. Trim trees and shrubs. Remove branches that could fall on your home or vehicles. Secure outdoor items. Bring in or secure lawn furniture, decorations, and tools that could become projectiles. 5. Review insurance policies. Check coverage. Homeowners' renters insurance. Ensure your policy covers hurricane damage. Flood insurance. Many standard policies do not cover flood damage, so consider additional flood insurance if you live in a flood-prone area. 6. During the hurricane, stay indoor. Avoid windows. Stay in a secure part of your home, away from windows and exterior walls. Monitor weather updates. Keep a battery-operated radio or use your phone to stay updated. Follow evacuation orders. Heed warnings. If authorities issue evacuation orders, leave as soon as it is safe to do so. 7. After the hurricane, assess damage safely. Stay cautious. Avoid fallen power lines and report them to authorities. Document damage. Take photos for insurance purposes. Reach out for help. Check on neighbors, especially the elderly or those who may need assistance. Access resources. Utilize local shelters, food banks, and recovery services as needed. Conclusion. Preparing for a hurricane requires foresight, planning, and action. By staying informed, creating an emergency plan, assembling supplies, securing your home, and reviewing insurance, you can protect yourself and your loved ones during this natural disaster. Remember, the time to prepare is now. Don't wait until a storm is on the horizon. Stay safe.